今日は新しい配信シリーズです。実は90時間ぐらい遊んでいるセーブデータなんですが、しばらく遊んでいなかったので操作を思い出しながら最後までクリアを目指します。一緒に冒険を楽しんでもらえたら嬉しいです。
Almost enough to make one feel self-conscious.
What have you done?
I found him like this. Why is your blade drawn?
You're crazy. Stay back.
This calls for a subtle touch. There. What did I tell you?
Trouble up ahead.
Deadfire!
Now that ready when you are. Ready to hand? Better try something else.
Second try, I say.
Yeah. Need something stronger.
There's something greasy over here. I'll teach you a lesson.
Poison. That's
Time to watch our back. I'll just have to try something else.
Don't count me out yet. How do you like that?
We're losing, folks. Makes no difference.
This fight is mine.
I'll teach you a lesson. Gotta have something here that works.
Here's something special.
That's not what I was expecting. There's a better way to handle this. Bullseye.
Hey, yours.
I see where you're going with that. This calls for a subtle there. What did I tell you?
Not a problem.
今のはなんだ？
Easy does it.
この石棺の文字を読むにはあまりにも風化しすぎている。
Trouble up ahead.
like it hurt. Show him how it's done.
Quick, toss me something else.
Be on feet.
Changing frame.
Try this.
This does not work.
Should have run.
Hmm.
Ready when you are. Leave it to me.
Be on feet.
Now that never happened.
Stuck over here.
Done. There's a truth.
Be on feet.
This does not work.
Need a hand?
Hey, watch it with that.
That looks like it hurts. Not exactly what I was going for.
Be on feet.
どうやって壊すんだ？
Yeah?
Whose side are you on?
Just say the word. That's how it's done.
It makes no difference.
Worth and rough.
That must have hurt.
Alrighty. Just say the word on it. I see where you're going there. What did I tell you?
よーし、まだ行くぞ。今回はピラーズ・オブ・エタニティに配信を行います。
Well, that could have gone better. A quick rest would help if you don't mind.
At your service.
この人の武器はなんだ？
Naturally. You have my attention.
Bullseye.
You there! Tend to my wounds.
I'll make them pay.
ジールは死んだ？
Not a
なぜ？死んだら困るよ。エリールだもん。
If we could rest for a bit, I'd be much obliged.
They'll regret this.
なんでなんでなんでなんでなんでなんで
No, stay with me.
当たっちゃダメなのかな。死なないで。死なないで。ああ。
There's something you don't see every day.
反時計回りに怖そう。
Perfectly fine.
Damn it! I'll make them pay.
なんで？
Well, that-
Don't let this go unavenged.
なんで死ぬの？ちょっとむずすぎでしょ。一人だけで生かそうかな。そんなむずいの？
Just say the word. Can do. Should have run. Just a scratch.
They will pay for this.
ああ。難しいな。ぐだぐだ。
You have my next time a challenge.
I am the Alpha Predator. worth and rough. Yeah. Yeah. Worth and rough. Behold me, mother. Worth and rough.
I can be quiet if you can. What's that? The pleasure is mine.
Let's take a look.
セーブしよう。ちょっとお手洗い行ってきます。 はーい。踊りました。トイレマークを出さなかった。ちょっと待ってね。はい。ただいま戻りました。
You have
さ
my
てと
attention. That will do, I say.
Already on it.
石床の上に女の遺体が横たわっている。皮膚は腐敗に変色している。溶けた肉の間から骨が見えているが、ウジや虫は湧いておらず、そこにはあなたの鼻を刺激する以上の何かが潜んでいるようだった。遺体のそばには剣、遺体の腕の下にはカバンもあるようだ。そして遺体の上にはわずかに残留するエッセンスが揺れている。魂を読む。垣間見える一瞬のイメージは錯乱したものだった。あなたはバイリア商館に雇われた冒険家であり、仲間と共に遺跡を探している。少なくとも仲間だったものと、今あなたはその感覚が曖昧だ。この島に到着してから全てが間違った方向へと進んでいる。最初はジアン。次にオラーラ。いや、もしかしたらもっと早く。地下割れにいた時点で始まっていたのかもしれない。おそらくはベクトルが病気になった時から。遠くから叫ぶ声が聞こえてきた。他の者がどこにいるかもわからない。なぜあなたの手が血だらけなのかもわからない。なぜ考えることがこれほど難しいのかもわからない。ただ一つ覚えているのは、あなたは地下にいた何かに見つからないよう静かにしていなければならないということだ。闇の中で何かがうごめく。女の遺体は石床に塗りたくられたどす黒い血の道の終点にある。激しく争った痕跡が鎧の損傷となって残っているが、攻撃した者はここで彼女を放置して死なせたようだ。あなたは息を止め、遺体のそばに膝をつき調査を開始する。遺体を探るうちに筋肉や腱が剥れ落ち、腐臭がさらに強くなる。所持品のほとんどが腐った粘液に覆われる匂いを放つが、カバンだけはなんとかその侵食から免れたようだ。カバンの中にはいくつかの引き裂かれた紙と奇妙な彫像がある。本下に石から破り取られたように見える。茶色に変色し、こぼれた飲み物のシミやシワのついたほんのに数行の記録だ。あなたはアイテムを手に入れた。クエスト、ベザの記録、アイテムはスタッシュに入れられた。女の体と魚の頭を持つ木の彫像だ。小さく丸く輝く目を持つそれは、びっしりと並んだ歯を持つ口をぽっかりと開けている。水域の見える粗い表面から、つい最近掘られたことがわかる。ネガティの偶像アイテムがスタッシュに入れられた。特に変わったところは見当たらないが、それに触れた途端あなたは鋭い頭痛を覚える。凶悪とも言えるギザギザの刃を備えたサーベルだ。持ち主の状態に比べ、刃はかなり良い保存状態だ。あなたはそれを強い袋に入れる。あなたはアイテムを手に入れた。ベザのトゥーストブレイドのアイテムをスタッシュに手に入れる。
I got this.
Consider it done.
ヒュアナの民は生贄は柱に力を与えるために捧げられたらしい。それは青い炎として描かれている。
Not a problem.
Think I found the problem.
どう見ても問題ないな。
Consider it done.
こちらの気分に備え付けられた装置はあまりにひどい状態だ。アドラーの制御盤ねじれ。銅は至るところが腐食している。しかしそれでもなお機能は失っていない。高い音がアドラーから響いている。銅製の接続や取っ手を調べる。すべて無傷のようだが、柱にエッセンスの流れは感じられない。高い音はますます大きくなっている。あなたはアドラーでできた。なんだこれ。打輪のようなものを回し、スライダーの一部を調整する。何も起こらない。しかししばらくしてあなたは静かな揺らぎを感じる。揺れは徐々に大きくなる。アドラーの内部のエッセンスが移動し、裂けたばかりの傷のように生々しく歪み、新たな次元を開いていく。あなたは魂が牽引されるのを感じる。遠くで再び声。いや、絶叫が聞こえる。なんて読むんだ？
Already on it.
巨大な壺の表面に掘られているのはアンクイーズの彫刻であり、大勢のフィアナがそこに埋葬されていることを示している。アドラーの内部の次元が開き、あなたの魂を引っ張っている。アドラーに内包される力があなたの体から魂を引き寄せ、純粋なエッセンスの領域へと誘う。あなたは細段化されたチューブのような光景に気づく。これは物理世界ではなく、あなたの内部に満ち溢れる精神活動から形成されたような場所だ。あなたの存在もそこにある。
I got an itch. Can someone scratch my elbow? I'll lift it with my body.
あなたの現実の体はまだポコハカハラにある。あなたは冷たいシカとカビ臭い空気をまだ感じる。しかしそこへ戻ることはできない。ここにいる何かがあなたを引き止めている。柱の外から聞こえていた声がどこか近くでなぜ激。 泣き叫ぶ。誰だ。あなたは音の発生源にたどり着く。それは運だ崩壊の塊だった。蓄積する腐敗に閉じ込められ、歪められた何百もの魂が内部で泣き叫んでいる。
That is not a good way to go.
先に進むのはどう見てもまずいだろう。数百の魂、ほとんどはまだ新しく、完全な形をしている。それらはあなたを求めて表面に浮上しよう。そのうち一人が前に出てあなたを見つめる。その顔は激しい憎悪を刻んでいる。
You do not belong here.
それはフィアナの老人の形をとるが、表情は水面のように揺らめいている。物理的な存在ではなく、魂の記憶する球状を取っただけのようだ。どこかで同様にエッセンスを飛び散らせつつ、ゆっくりと頭を振る。
We are the dead.
男の声はあなたの精神の中で礼拝堂の鐘のように響く。
Maybe you're dead. I do not see Tangaloa's mouth or Sirono's doors anywhere.
二人目の魂が最初の魂のそばに形成され、男を睨む。彼らのエッセンスはわずかに揺れるもののはっきりとしている。
My storm wreathes Pococahara. Ngati's fist drags Valiant ships to the deep. If you come to stop this, you have already failed.
輪郭がさらに明確になる。その言葉が本当かどうかわからないが、男は信じきっているようだ。
You come as an endorsement from your mother, I say.
テキフに向かってうなずく。
As usual, I am the last to know.
Gelade, you found what is left of us.
船長は腕を組む。
I have had to listen to this one's incessant babbling since we arrived.
ヒュアナに向かって漠然と顎を向ける。
Ngati holds our souls in this swamp, cut off from the sea. The flow of essence stops here.
男の目は浮遊石の台座を越え、次々にうねり変わる背景にゆつとがれる。
And rots, apparently.
足元に漂う腐敗の塊に向けて鼻にシワを寄せる。
The cistern overflows into the world of the living, stirring the sea and skies with the fury of the goddess, bringing storms.
唇がわずかな意味を浮かべる。
This is where all things stop. No one leaves, I say.
拳を握りしめ、肩が緊張に膨らむ。
Akosi, let's not be hasty. Some of us still have bodies out there.
手を挙げて止めると、部下の魂を一閉する。
You don't plan on staying here, right? Why not let us tag along and see if we can reunite with what we left behind?
両手を掲げ、自信をこう。
You're not lying, are you?
彼女は動揺しながらも部下の方を見る。
You've all served your captain with distinction. But I think this is where we part ways.
部下の一人一人に向かってうなずく。
Dismissed.
ベザは部下に敬礼すると彼らはその場で消失し、その魂は周囲のエッセンスに混ざっていく。最後にベザはあなたにうなずく。そして彼女もまた消える。アナハルだけが顔を歪めあなたへ突撃する。アナハル。
Better run!
Something else. The enemy's over there.
I'll teach you a lesson.
Just see ya. Here's something special.
What's that? There's Mother and Gotti.
Death to our enemies! Right here.
Missed.
Need a hand? And that's how it's done.
This does not work. Worth and rough.
あなたは怒れる魂を制圧し、構成するエッセンスの尻にまで引き裂く。エッセンスの霧の向こう側であなたは輪廻の求心力を感じる。それは徐々に強さを増していく。こちらはそのエッセンスの自然の流れから遮断され、眼然とそびえ立っている。エッセンスを通じて力の共鳴が起こっている。輪廻にそれを送り込めば周囲のアドラーを修復するだろう。分断すれば力の均衡が崩れ、柱を破壊することもできそうだ。どちらを選ぶにせよ、不快の求心力が強まる一方で早く決断せねばならない。修復してみよう。あなたは巨海の流れを受け、広げ、エッセンスを押す。エッセンスの流れが荒れ、回転したかと思うと、周囲の流れ大きな渦巻きへと発展する。あなたは流れに魂を引き裂かれる前に元の肉体の方へ移動する。
Ready when you... Not a problem.
Keeping an eye out.
あなたは魂につながるへその緒のような紐にしがみつき、実体を持たぬ世界が歪む中、物質世界へと急ぐ。エッセンスの流れが修復したアドラーに流れ込み、ずっと歓喜を伴う光と熱を帯びる。山頂から落ちた感覚だけを残し、あなたは元の体へと戻る。そばで仲間が息を飲み、あなたは見守っている。あなたは修復したアドラーが放つ光に思わず両手で顔を覆う。
Just say the... Can do.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
お手洗いに行ってきます。ただいま。また忘れちゃった。トイレマークを出さなかった。 あなたは道の外れに風化した大きな石像の佇む小さな祠を発見する。どうやらフィアナの岬、フィアナの祠のようだ。祠の周辺は何の危険もなさそうだ。休憩するにはちょうどいい場所と言える。石像は2匹の絡みつくウツボを表している。それぞれウツボの口はもう片方の尾を噛み、無限感を作り出している。それは陸夫、フィアナを描くベラスの姿だ。台座の碑文にはこうある。逃げ惑う者、戦う者、陸夫はすべてを飲み込む。石像には小枝や泥が積み重なっており、台座には草が生い茂っている。岬が、祠ができてからかなりの時間が経っているようだ。あなたは祠の前に膝をつき、静かな石像に向かって祈りの言葉をつぶやく。答えは返ってこない。しかしあなたは精神が落ち着くのを感じる。立ち上がると野営の準備にかかる。特に何もなく時間だけが過ぎ、目覚めたあなたは旅を続ける。寝けたか。セーブ。時間かかるな。 バイリア商社本部。どこだろう。バイリア少佐本部。
Consider it done. Hold a moment. You may visit the palace and its shrine, but be warned. The Queen meets with trading company vipers. Take care you are not bitten. You will find her in her throne room through the door behind me. And whether the Queen will hear you above the baying of her guests is another matter.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
バイリア人の高官が威圧的な目を部屋全体に向けている。歯を黒く塗ったがっしりとした顎を持つ女がその言葉を受け止める。
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
ポケットから長いパイプを取り出すが、女王の従者から目線に気づき、それを離れたところに置く。
You speak as if I could command the tides, while you are casting your blame in a wide net. Why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
王座の傍らに立っていた大柄なアーマー王が一歩前に出ると、集まった高官たちに開いた鼻孔を向ける静寂が部屋を支配する。
I say our guest forgets himself.
彼は咳払いすると2路、そして部屋全体を見回す。
Brother, stand down.
この時まで女王は表情を変えず警戒を見守っていたようだ。王座から半ば立ち上がり、悪い表情に睨む。
You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us.
悪い日がうつむくと、女王はゆっくりとその目を見、あなたに向け沈黙する。
An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen.
唇は微動もしないが、骨風の声が表層意識に根ざす強烈な記憶のように、あなたの頭の中に響く。
Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves.
彼女は高官たちの方を向いているが、あなたは彼女の注意がまだ自分に向けられているのを感じる。
This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
広い宮廷を女王の声が響き、静寂があなたの声、発言を待つ。
She has a keen eye, my sister. Keener than your shooter's bird, Hazanui.
王子はラウタイの提督のそばに立つ女性に向かってうなずく。彼の興味は臆面もなく彼女に注がれているようだ。
Don't listen to Amishi.
彼女は足元で歩き回る色鮮やかな鳥に向かってついばむように舌を鳴らす。
Among her other qualities, the Kahanga Queen can speak for herself.
骨風は膝に手を組むと思わしげに眉を潜める。宮廷に沈黙が落ちる。帝臣や各派閥の代表者はお互い誰が最初に笑い始めるかを見定めるかのように目を合わせる。しかし女王骨風の厳しい表情は全ての霊障を凍りつかせる。
From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magrin's Teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory.
And from there? Your Highness, we must address this threat immediately. The Valiant Trading Company's interests are at risk.
Lives have been lost, Kantanichesi. Let us think of them before we concern ourselves with your return on investment.
彼女はハサヌイカルの方にゆっくりとうなずく。
How a man speaks during crisis shouts his priorities.
骨風があなたの方に目を投げかける。
In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magrin's teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magrin's anvil.
骨風は顎を拳で支え、あなたを上から下まで眺める。
Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magrin's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight. Akira, would that our resources were not so entangled in other parts. I cannot send ships to Magrin's Teeth any more than I would send paper dolls to a furnace.
フィデア 指でアーチを作るとその間から鋭い目を覗かせる。
Unless the esteemed Hazanui possesses a cannon with the power to cripple a god.
彼女は彼の方を一兵する。
Never underestimate the ingenuity of Rawatayan engineers. Unfortunately, their labors have been focused elsewhere.
顔をしかめ大きな顎をする。
More's the pity.
本物の失望を込めてため息をつく。
If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other.
彼女は大座から立ち上がると、落ち着いた表情であなたを見据える。
Even in a time of crisis, you seek to recruit agents to pursue your own ends.
On the contrary, we need someone who can get things done around the Brass Citadel. And this Watcher is exactly that kind of person.
彼女はあなたを見るとゆっくりとうなずく。それは後で話をしようという招待状のように思えた。
Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you. She believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
骨風の夢が一瞬だけあなたに流れる。
Only that Rawatai stands ready to aid the Watcher. If she's going back into the wilds, she can't bring too much firepower.
彼女は傍らに立つ女性に顎をむふる。
Ma'am.
落ち着いた雰囲気のアーマーが敬礼し、姿勢を正す。しかしともすれば温和な顔の魔王の眉は、しかめられている。足元には色鮮やかな翼の鳥が、我関せずと羽繕いをしている。
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer.
彼女はあなたをまっすぐに見据えながらうなずく。
Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
マーヤは諦めたようにため息をつくと、つま先で鳥を優しく撫でる。
Ak, perfito. Do you mean to stop Iotas by shooting him? Seri Palagino will go with the Watcher. Show her how the Republic's handled things.
ニロは気取った様子で手を振る。ニロの背後に立つ従者が恐る恐る咳払いする。
Your Excellency, Palagina Messerai has been banished? She has been seen in Queen's berth. I can have her report to headquarters.
ニロは凄みを聞かせた目と張る顔で、従者を黙らせる。
You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours.
Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off a green boy's nose.
石沢マーヤを見上げ、同意するように身を震わせる。
You are making a mistake, Watcher. In times like these, trustworthy allies are the most valuable asset of all.
Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place eventually.
ゆだるげな笑みが唇の端に浮かぶ。
In the meantime, Watcher, I hope you'll meet me in the Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss among friendlier company.
ニロを一兵する。
I believe we are finished here. Aruihi?
女王、骨風は、王座から立ち上がると周囲の護衛官も迅速に対応する。
Aren't we popular? Best of luck in your travels, Watcher. I think you'll find our troubles a good deal more complex than a blundering god. Your allies will use you toward any end. Do not give your trust lightly.
骨風は咳払いすると宮廷を希望する。読めない。
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
ある日はあからさまな剣を込めて要人たちをそこから追い払う。
Let's speak. While we have the chance. Your coming is a favorable omen already. Akira, this is the confidence my people need. You happen by a time when our rivals bicker and tear at each other's throats. Bringing Ngati's chosen on your trek up the mountain. It does not take a priest to see how the gods send us an outsider to dig under the skin of our enemies. Save your manners for my sister. Kohopa fashioned me for the arena. I will not paddle around the island. My sister wants to know if you are as useful as you are disruptive. She trusts me to judge this. Akira, but I hear whispers that you visited the Hazanui's Adra lighthouse and survived. Too much has happened for you to waste words with the royal brother. From now on, you work with Onikaza as an honored guest of her rooftop garden. Only, be kind to her cats. If you have questions, the royal brother will hear you. My sister keeps a tight grip on Nekataka, but the filth of it drips down her palm and into the gullet. You have some knowledge of Nekataka already. They say you have explored the city beneath the city. Under our noses, I say, do foreigners smuggle contraband and pay the Rapau for their silence? How do they avoid the inspectors? Who is responsible? This cannot have gone unseen by all. Undercroft, a darker, more fetid layer of Nekataka, I say. Onikaza and I are the mind and heart of the city, but the bowels, these we cannot reach.
ロールさん、おはようございます。わあ、ロールさんだ。ロールさん、おはよう。おはようございます。ロールさん、おはよう。こんな時間におはようございます。ロールさん、おはよう。来てくれてありがとう。ゆっくりしていってね。
What say? Did Ngati's chosen learn anything from the voyage below?
My prince, I have always known those who pray for Ngati's favor, but only now do I see those who depend on it.
Akira, I say that a feather of Amira's wisdom drifted down to find you.
ちょっとだけ見に来た。わかりづらくてごめんね。あー、ロールさんだ。こんな時間でもいるんだ。すごーい、ロールさん。おはよう。おはようございます。
At least Delva's row is a stable target. The crown has time to decide the next steps. I learned in the arena never to underestimate an advantage. For now, it is enough that I know where they bring in goods. To Kehu, I say that no one wanted to hear your suspicions confirmed.
Takara, me least of all, my prince.
When it comes to the dignity of the guild, the crown can compromise nothing. Onikaza will see their leadership disciplined, I say. Akira, and if we enjoyed less interesting times, I say she would. Onikaza and I both expect more from the guild, I say. She will not be pleased. Akira, but at least you returned to me in one piece. You are not the first agent I sent to the gullet, but you are the first to return. I cannot say that I desire to send you to worse places than the gullet, but... Does the name Ukaizo mean anything to you? Ikera, then the city's bowel hides more than I credit. Ukaizo was the home of the Huana before cataclysm and destruction wiped the island from the Deadfire. That is the story. Story or no, I make no secret that we search for Ukaizo. Our tribes are spread across many isles, but it is Ukaizo which binds us. Ukaizo, and the knowledge that we must return.
Ukaizo.
To that end, a local cartographer secured a lead. A breadcrumb to a breadcrumb, I say. I sent an expedition to Matario Kozi, one of the Sanctuary Isles. They were to retrieve evidence of our lost homeland. They have yet to return. They were sites where our ancestors grouped in terms of crisis, constants in changing seas. You have the cartographer Atepo to thank. He wanders the Western Shrine if you would know more. The Sanctuary Isles give comfort and guidance to sailors on the long journey home. I am hoping the island can remember its purpose and return us to the home we lost. The question for those with years to gather reeds and scribe their thoughts. It might be that someone or something on the island does not wish to be found. In better times than these, I would have been happy to oblige. The trading companies would not have thought to look for Matario Kozi, but now they are vultures to carrion. I do not doubt that our rivals race for the same thing, all while we fall behind. Ikera, then you are ready to depart? Naturally, I say, my sister remembers her friends. I remember her enemies. Takehu, I trust you are going. I want the tribes to know that Ngati's chosen stood among those who threw open the gates of Ukaizo.
I make no promises of dirtying my hands in some fetid jungle, but I do not protest a calm voyage.
Before you go,
That did seem like too nice a way to end it.
The expedition. I have reason to believe they will not be returning to Nekataka. You forget yourself, but I am more forgiving than my sister. We found this at the palace doorstep, cut from the robe of the expedition leader. One mystery heaped on another, I say. If you learn in your travels, I hope you will tell me. The crown has grown too accustomed to warnings, I say.
頭上に木が生い茂り、粘着質の足がびっしりと張り詰める死体の遺跡だった。腰まで沈んだあなたは一歩進むにも大きな力を必要とするほどだ。肩越しに振り返るが仲間の姿一人たりとも見えない。遠くで何かが動いた。あなたは武器を抜く。孤独感がこれまで以上に心を締め付ける。ビジョンが消える。あなたに残されたのは胃に大きな穴が開いたような痛み。そして妙な存在感を持つ幻の感覚だった。気がつくと王子が期待するような目であなたを見ている。
Kira, that is something, I say. Take care if you alight on Matario Kozi. My fear is that the island is sanctuary no more. Prepare yourself for a hard voyage northeast of Nekataka. Matario Kozi is nestled in the Kua Rokuhu Islands, in the midst of a landmass that resembles a storm, like the fall of Ukaizo locked in time.
Certain death it is, then.
お手洗いに行ってきます。 はーい。はあ。ただいま戻りました。ロールさんお帰りありがとうございます。アルバーリはどこにいるんだ？バイリア負傷者本部。はーい。これから準備があるので打ちます。またね。またね。
Yeah? I'm on it.
A Tepu, drawer of maps. I have nothing to sell unless you are needing something else. What I discovered remains to be seen. The Sanctuary Isles were thought to be lost beneath the waves. If I stumbled upon one, I can think of worse finds to credit my name. I was surveying the waters around an atoll when a storm dragged my ship off course. The waters were unknown to me. When a green fleck appeared in my spyglass, I unfurled my sail. The shore twisted around itself, confusing even this old navigator until I found myself at the center. I did not make it far up the beach before I spotted signs of habitation. Marking my coordinates and orienting myself by the evening sky, I made for Neketaka to tell the crown of my findings. Our ancestors marked off specific islands across Deadfire as rallying points in case a great misfortune split up the tribes. Even they could not have guessed how important the Isles would become. Some thousands of years ago, volcanoes, storms, and quakes shook the archipelago. Any one of those do happen, but never with such ferocity or all at once. The Huana survived by taking shelter on the Sanctuary Isles to save our society, and not just any one tribe. Since those days, we have not found any of the old Sanctuary Isles. Ngati took some beneath the waves, taking whole tribes with her. Others were lost to time and forgetfulness. I am told that the Wahaki are protective toward the Isles, but that is their business. Understand, the Deadfire was broken. The lives lost could not be counted, and more has been forgotten than may ever be remembered. Imagine how much history we lost in a single year, much less the millennia that followed. Whatever our people hoped for themselves, we may never know if we got it right or wrong. Death. I did not mean to frighten you. These islands have known great tragedy, and millennia have passed in cheerless silence. Should you land on a sanctuary isle, do not expect to find welcome. If we must. I will not deny curiosity. If we must. There is not a Juana in all of the Deadfire who does not take to the open water hoping to catch a glimpse of the lost Ukaizo. Oh, if I could walk the beaches of our ancestors, take a fleeting glimpse of what they left behind, mine would be a life well lived. The same thing we all hope for, answers to the long silence that precedes our history. Who we were could tell us who we are. But if I am being selfish, maps, charts. Our ancestors were keen explorers. The roll of their parchment could teach us more than what we have gathered in the last century.
Not a problem.
My brothers and sisters have set sail for Neketaka.
I thought the tribes needed them to calm the weather.
A greater storm surrounds this place. We must answer the call of the Kahanga. If the outsiders do not trample us first, the Green God will surely do it for them.
Do not speak this way, my love.
Barati pays coin to feed the great eel. He smells one touched by the great eel, does Barati. You are a woman who sits across a fire with death. Akira. Tangaloa, the eel who digests the dead. You are for glutting mighty Tangaloa and hurling foes into their next life. Barati can offer payment. Coins for feeding hungry gods. Akira, rewarding those who appease the great eel. This is Barati's cause. May the beasts of the dreaming lands never know famine. Tangaloa rolls a hungry eye toward Dichila, a Valian captain who scouts for luminous Adra in sacred lands. With joy, not hunger, does the great eel lash its mighty tail. Dichila has sated the beast for now. The jaws of Tangaloa gnash about a Rawatayan captain named Ohiro. His cannon fire echoes in the ears of slumbering gods. The beast cries out for a more restful Deadfire. Akira, you chose wisely. Ohiro sails the junk Stone Anchor, south of the Kua-o-Rikuhu island chain due east of Neketaka. The gods will thank you for quieter seas. Ask, but do not keep the great eel waiting. Continue the hunt, good feeder. Tangaloa knows you are devoted to the great meal to come. Return when the kill is complete.
Ah.
Is there anything the Watcher does not see? We have both seen the worst of the city. How the Reparo cluster like sea rats. Without Delver's Row, Onakaza must work harder to deserve the trust of the Reparo. How did the stone walls and paved lanes of Nekataka divide us so? You have walked the length of Nekataka's spine. How would you serve the needs of all these people at once? You think that something in the great pattern of Nekataka does not align with the Hawana way? I was hard-pressed to find insight like yours in Pariki's Overlook. You have questions? Ikera, I have answers. And between the Crown and the Guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say. If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island. Well, I am not everyone. Ikera, I am the only water shaper with an ounce of originality. I say there is me, Takehu, and there is the Takehu others would make like a coconut husk doll. The more I try to be the Takehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say? They sit me on the pedestal and observe. Then, when I make a move, they say, "Not so fast." Many think that I have a duty to the Hawana. I say I am the only one unconvinced. Ikera, just so. I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles. If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual. I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end. How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
Apologies. I say I never miss an opportunity to talk about myself. You have questions? Ikera, I have answers. Ngati spoke to you. Ha! To leave her son guessing. Oh, this is my tricksome mother through and through. What mother doesn't? You must be special indeed for Ngati to speak with words. For her people, she lays out cryptic stepping stones hidden in omens. Ikera, but send her my fondest wishes. The Kahanga are my tribe, but my people settled on Atua, an island too modest to deserve the attention of maps. My mortal mother tans boar hides. My father trades in the abundance of pearls and opals Atua is blessed to provide. When I was born, Father called me his blue topaz boy. Doubtless, I say. But I am the most precious gem of recent history. Godlike are revered as bringers of local change, but only Ngati's Chosen is thought to deliver an omen for all Huana at once. Ikera, high winds stirred the vigor of the seas. 2 huts collapsed before our local storm speaker could shout down the weather. They say the skies only cleared when I fell into the midwife's basket. Peace had returned to the island, or so the Mataru predicted. Oh, I could not be kept from the water, so my father taught me how to dive for pearls and azada snails. Ngati filled my palms with riches on every harvest, I say. When I came of an age to begin a man's pursuits, the Mataru reached out to the Kahanga Queen. Weighing my arrival against the forces that descended on her territory, the Queen could not invite Ngati's Chosen into the Watershapers Guild fast enough. In hard times, the endorsement of a goddess is more valuable than currency. Ikera, speak on. Ah, the art of our ancestors, I say. To bend water to our will is a gift from Mother Ngati to her chosen people. Since devastation swept our way of life out to sea, too much of the art has been lost. Periki, founder of the guild, organized the lore of Ngati's talent into a series of postures and meditations we call the 4 forms of water shaping. Try as we might to embody Ngati's element, our bodies are not water. Ikera, this is the form of grief, a beginner's test. The body's internal water is a force that conquers all. Even the mountain will bow to the stream. The form of hope, I say. Water commands its vessel, and the vessel can be shaped as surely as the mountain. The form of metamorphosis, Ikera? The art is a challenge to grasp, difficult to master, and impossible to perfect. Unless you are Ngati's Chosen, I say. Ah, it is only by force of habit that I omit the final form. We do not speak of it in the guild. The form of transcendence. Only a story, I say. Even crafty Periki could not commit this ancient form to her scrolls. It was said that our ancestors could shape the very oceans of the Deadfire. This was Ngati's true gift, but we have yet to recover it from the ruins of our past. Try as we might to embody Ngati's element, our bodies are not the body's internal water commands. The art is a challenge to grasp.
Yeah?
Something.
Not a problem.
Ado, Watcher. Clearly you are an interesting woman to know.
Just say that on it.
A fine day to you.
What do you need of me? Well? I suppose it is. Are you familiar with the shield bearers of St. Elka? We are a paladin order. Word of our order persists in the homeland, then. Good. I am the son of a disgraced noble family. My father and brothers were executed for treason when I was a boy. Rightfully so, I must add. And my mother, sister, and I were thrown out on the street. All we had to our names was a trunk full of heirlooms. One of them was this suit of armor, which belonged to my eldest brother. Now I endeavor to live up to its promise and redeem my family's honor. That's the long and short of it, really. I suppose it is. Are you familiar with the shield bearer? The order began as guards for Elka, a noblewoman emissary of Kulkin, who bartered for peace with the kingdom of Vadir. The Order's founders were forbidden to bring weapons to the meeting, and she was attacked. With only their shields to aid them, they fought off her attackers and brought her to safety. She later died of her wounds, and the shield bearers of St. Elka were born in her memory. I am the son of a disgraced noble family. My father and brothers were executed for treason when I was a boy. Rightfully so, I must add. And my mother, sister, and I were thrown out on the street. All we had to our names was a trunk full of heirlooms. One of them was this suit of armor, which belonged to my eldest brother. Now, that's the long and short of it, really. Well, you would need to become a shield bearer yourself to really learn it all. I suppose I can teach you a thing or two as we stand here. The privilege will run you 3,000 copper, however. As you like.
Do you think Andra's got something in mind for you, Takehu?
For me to exist in this form and to join this crew? I know she does.
Idea 商社本部ってどこだよ。
It's funny. I fought against Aethys. I'm chasing him now. I don't think he knows a thing about me.
Ikera, it is for us to show the gods why we are worthy of notice.
Yeah, I guess we'll see about that. The motherland will remember your service on the day of reckoning.
ラヌイカールは浅瀬を周回するサメのように机の周囲を歩き回っている。長く優雅なパイプを噛み締め、鼻をつく遅延が奇跡を描く。あなたに気がつくと目を向けながら簡単にうなずく。
The former lady of Cadnua, and one-time terrifier of harbor masters, if dockside tales are to be believed.
煙の向こうでわずかに微笑むのが見える。
Other than Hasongo, you have not brought much good news of late.
この思わしげな表情が戻る。
So, in addition to pirates, profiteers, and slavers, the Deadfire has a vengeful god roaming its waters?
パイプを噛み締める顎に力がこもる。
tell that to my dead at Hasongo. Just what the archipelago needs. One more disaster tugging at the seams. He must be stopped.
沈黙しあなたはまっすぐ見る。やがてあなたは彼女が彼女が笑みを浮かべていることに気づく。アーマーワーとしても特に大柄だというわけではないが、胸を張る彼女はあなたの目に大きく映る。精胆な顔は、壮大な嵐と焼けつく記憶にさらされた日々を語るが、その目は鋭さを失っていない。
Anything can be stopped with sufficient force. The problem is finding the will to deploy it.
封印するような目を輝かせあなたは睨みつける。
The Valians won't lift a finger if it isn't to snatch a coin, and the Huana will barely do that much.
No? Tell it to the water shapers who washed your stranded boats from sandbars, Hasanui.
テフは腕を組み反応を待つ。
No one takes charge to solve the big problems. But perhaps we could work together to our mutual benefit.
左手にパイプを持ち帰る。あなたはその時彼女の右手が不自然なほど動かないことに気づく。
Look around. Deadfire's full of fertile, temperate islands. Except for Andra's mortar. It's largely free of rough weather.
そう言いながら右手を振る。あなたは再び彼女の右手の指をビルダーにしないことに気づく。そしてそれが成功の義手であるとわかる。
Yet much of it is uninhabited. Itinerant tribes drift between some of the islands, and smugglers and slavers cluster around the rest.
彼女は頭を横に振る。
It's a waste. Imagine what this place could be, with well-guarded shipping routes. How many Rawatayans we could feed with plantations here. That's a naive view. One our enemies are keen to promote.
顔をしかめパイプを噛み締める。敵は認めるような様子で意味を漏らす。
Raotai's violent storms have shaped and hardened us as much as they have our homeland's rocky terrain. But it remains a difficult place to live. So, we rely on trade and on plantations we've established here. And those developments also create a more stable, productive Deadfire.
そう解きながら両手を広げる。
You've got a good head on your shoulders. Deadfire needs more of that. If you're chasing the god who's stomping this place into the ground, then we have a common goal. And if you're going to survive here, then you could use an ally.
唇の端がにやりと笑い、黄色いに染まった歯が垣間見える。
You've already helped us immensely at Hasongo. Once repairs are done, we can resume much-needed shipments from the farms back to Rawatai.
大きく煙を吐き出すとパイプの腹で頬を叩きながらだと考え込む。
Makes a person wonder what kind of secrets lie in Andra's mortar.
考えを巡らすかのように煙を吐き出す。にやりと笑うと滲む、よどむ煙が歯の間から漏れる。
Don't tell me you've never gazed at a horizon and wondered at what lies beyond. Or seen a no trespassing sign as a challenge.
広い顎に嫌に若々しいいたずらっ気な笑みが広がる。
The greatest risk often guards the greatest reward.
煙の壁を通してあなたを見据える。
Raotai's storms have made us who we are as a nation. Hardy, driven, inventive. But they've also held us back. Forced our people to seek resources and livelihoods far from our homes and families. Imagine how much more we could achieve if we could control those storms.
高校と輝くその目はあなたの反応を持っている。
Why not? The storms there cannot be natural. Not when they are so ferocious, so constant.
彼女は窓の外を見る。その動きに煙が薄い筋で軌跡を残す。
And your exploits at Pokokahara suggest that something else may be behind them. But enough of that for now.
彼女は目の前の煙を手で量を振って散らす。
The trouble in Hasango forced us to send additional ships back to Rawatai to make up for shortfalls. And storms at home have delayed another portion of our fleet. This leaves us short-handed here.
彼女は不快そうに唇を噛みしめる。
We're due to collect a special shipment for delivery to our port at Sayuka. We've contracted with a captain named Widla.
お手洗い行ってきます。よし。ただいま。
Meet her, complete the trade, and take the cargo to Sayuka. Fleet Master Okaya is overseeing the development of some special projects there. She's one of the brightest minds in Rawatai, and it shows. You two will get along. Most of her work is, or should be, under wraps for now. But perhaps she can give you a taste of what we have to offer. It'll be easier for Okaya to explain. Good sailors with a fast ship and no mind for questions. Any other questions? Let's just say, I'm not keen to invite them to a port where we're developing experimental technologies. Any other questions? Wheatley's agreed to meet our courier out at sea, away from the heaviest traffic. This is her payment. We've already negotiated with her. Fleet Master Okaya will see to your compensation once you arrive with the cargo. This is the kind of job that's best completed quickly and quietly. Noticed that, did you? Saltpeter is one of our chief resources at Rawatai, and we believe in putting resources to use. Now you can see why we didn't want the Valians nosing around our fort. Hazatoa, Atsura and I usually have a game running, and this one's been going on for over a month and a half. Atsura's good at misdirection, but I've got a mind for the long game. You look like you've come with a purpose. It happened a year into my first command. We were chasing pirates along Rawatai's south coast, and they landed a shot right next to our magazine. A lucky hit. I ran below. The fire was already spreading and making for our powder stores. I smothered what I could with my uniform, pulled the rest away with my own hands. There's a cost to every victory, and the win goes to those willing to make a sacrifice. I'll bet you already know a thing or two about that, and if you don't, Deadfire will teach you soon enough.
Save.アイリア商社本部ってどこだろう。 クイーンズバース。なんと
Not a problem.
Now, what can I do for you? Be seeing you.
Captain traveled together all that time, but never...
No, that's, not how things played out. Just never saw it that way.
Ngati weeps for such wasted potential.
わかんないや。終わりまーす。